everybody. Welcome back. I am Patty with Get Balanced 2020 or Divine Warrior Intuitive, and you're watching a three-part series. This is part 3 of a series called Picking Up the Pieces, and it is about sexual abuse. So if you have small children, I would suggest that you have them move out of the room because it is a very sensitive topic. And we are going to get started here. So this is something about living with sexual abuse for the rest of your life. And they're like, but I thought you healed. Well, we do heal, but those memories never go away unless there is enough trauma that has blocked it. Like I was talking in section 1, surviving sexual abuse. I cannot remember from age of 6 before. Now, there might be little burps. Some victims have little blurps of things that have happened before, but a lot of victims have nothing. And that is just part of your psychological brain makeup to block trauma. This is like when you have an accident, maybe a car accident, and you don't remember anything. All you remember is waking up in the hospital or something of that nature, because the brain blocks the trauma. Don't ask me how it works. You'll have to talk to a neuroscientist or a brain person. However, I do know that even when you are completely done with your healing, and if you're working through that, even at this point, to get to the living part, there's going to be triggers. Okay. And because you still have memories, and it doesn't mean that they're bad triggers or good triggers, but they are triggers. And so you live with that the rest of your life, or it becomes sort of a back burner kind of a thought process, or it's there, but you don't think about it anymore unless something pops up. It could be a name of a person, which would be your perpetrator or something of that nature. It could be a touch from a person. It could be a sound, a smell. It could be anything that triggers you. These are just ideas. My trigger was a touch, and it can be still, but if I am in a relationship with someone, I share all that with that person. So if you are dating someone and you're getting ready to take it to a marriage level, commitment level, or something, they should know. It's not fair to them for you not to share your trauma and your past with them. Well, they don't need to know. Yes, they do, because the thing is, once you're healed, sometimes we don't even know how we enjoy the activity, the intimacy, because we have based it from the foundation that we had as a core when we were little. So we have to learn new things living with it. So we have to learn that touch is good. We have to learn that expressing ourselves in many ways of intimacy is okay. We have to learn that the other partner is loving us unconditionally to allow us to open up and be ourselves. So if touch is a trigger, this is something you need to share if you're in a relationship or going or wanting a relationship. That still may be something that you need to heal from, but you need to find out how to now. I need, for example, let's do a hypothetical. If you are meeting somebody and you've been dating for a while and you want to go to the intimate level, just say, you know what, here's my story, and I need somebody to help me learn what I like and what I enjoy with my partner. I don't know. And as a person in my 30s, I was terrified to tell my ex-husband. Or actually it was 41, 41. 41. I was terrified to share with my ex-husband how to touch me, how to whatever. He was very healthy and did not have any abuse or traumas in his life as far as that. And so it terrified me to have that openness, and I couldn't share it because I still had the core foundation trying to controlled my life. It's dirty, it's bad, you're, the guilt kind of stuff. My healing wasn't complete, even at 41. So when you're living with it, you have to know what your triggers are and how strong those triggers are, or how much they're on the back burner. So that is the main thing about living with it, because it is not going to go away. The only way that you could get it to go away is erase your brain or have the trauma there that you don't remember. But that again is a survival mechanism in our brain that we have, that sometimes you can actually break the code and get in there. Okay, that's up to you. That's up to you. But living with it becomes easier over time if you do your homework, if you do your healing, if you do your inner child work, if you do all the little things that you need to do to heal as a sexual abuse victim. All right. So if you're not, these are things you want to pay attention towards. So if you're a partner of somebody, or you know somebody that has a partner that has been a victim, then what you want to do is share this video, because it's like, hey, you really need to talk about this with them, because you got a good person there, and you don't want to really blow it because you don't know how to share your intimacy, or how. A lot of people can get very creative in the intimacy department, but it is also very fearful in the intimacy department for some. So pay attention to that. You also might have triggers again in the future of listening to somebody's name. You might have triggers of even dating maybe not the same race, because it reminds you too much of that person. There's things that are so vast in our mind that help us make our decisions and our choices. But what I'm sharing with you in living with it, you can live a whole life. You want to get to be a whole person before another person comes in. And if you are whole and that person is whole, you should be able to share anything with that person. And especially if they love you. Share, and you want to know their vulnerabilities and they want to know yours. But the thing is, it does get easier with life, and as you get older, you actually will be able to mature. Remember, in healing I talked about our maturity level was sometimes stays at an immature level. It's because of the way that we grew up. We weren't allowed to mature because we didn't allow that inner child to grow up. But as you grow up, your maturity level does catch up. It does, you do be able to make better decisions, better choices in what you do. And then you begin, depending on the type of counseling you've gone through, or whatever you've gone through for the help that you needed, if it was secular or spiritual, it may change your path in your life. Your whole life may change, because now you're at a mature level. You are at how God created you to be. You still have that. And that's why I posted that picture of the glass broken, but the little, what do you call it, candle holder or vase, all pieced back together. You are pieced back together. However, it is not the same as before, before it was broken. Okay, but now you're at a place where God has got you, and that you are on your purpose and your calling. You should feel lighter, you should feel happier. I should say more joy filled. If you're spiritual, it's joy filled. If you're worldly, you're happy. Very big difference. Watch my channel. But the thing is that you are now on your path to where you should have been way back here. But again, living with this, continue to share and tell your story, because the thing is, when you do share your story, there might be a little nudge inside you from your spirit saying, you should share your story with this person, because this is supposed to be something that turns to good. And the good is for you being maybe a support to somebody else, maybe joining a volunteer support group for victims advocacy, or just support groups, a volunteer, that kind of a thing. Or maybe you want to be a coach or a mentor, or you want to be a volunteer at a school so that you can just volunteer where your passion is, but you're around children and you can see the behaviors and maybe you can catch some red flags. I don't know what it is for you in your life, but I do know from experience and through a lot of hard work, soul searching, and I would say without the divine, without God's presence in my life, every single day, many times a day, we talk all the time, and prayer and meditation, I would not be the whole person that I am today. And I'm gifted in many ways, and I thank him for the abilities and the gifts that he gives me. But the thing is, you can live a very healthy, very absolute walk in the truth life. You can change your life completely around. And the thing is, I want to share with you, if you are feeling like your life is spiraling down or it is stuck in a tornado at the top and it just keeps spinning, then you need to finish more healing. You need to find out what it is that you're missing in that healing and hit that, because that's the weakness that is holding you from releasing that so you can spiral up. I've been there. My decisions and my choices and everything I was doing based from my abuse and being a victim led me to a spiraling life down, like I told you before. But what I didn't tell you is it spiraled me down to a point where I actually was homeless and I was facing the police and I was doing things that I should have never been doing. My heart knew it, but I did them anyway because I needed it. I was in a completely different space. When you hit your rock bottom, you know, when you're done and tired of being sick and tired, you will know that you are still not at the living phase. You're either at the survival or healing phase. You have to look at this. When you hit the living with, then you're in a freedom, and your standards and your choices will allow people that will love you for who you are in and keep others out. You will pick a partner that loves you no matter with what you have as a victim. They will love you completely within, and you can learn to love them completely as well. All right. So I hope this helped you in some way, whether you were at the survival level, whether you were at the healing level, or you are at the living level. There is peace to come in your life. There is joy to come in your life, and it will come in time when you allow yourself to do the homework and heal and live with what you have and turn it for good, because that's all God wants us to do, is take our pain, our anger, our frustrations, our hurt, our sorrows, and turn it for good and help others through it. So I hope this was helpful for you. If you liked this video, I would love comments. I would love to get your emails. The description below will help you to go to those places. If you'd like more coaching videos, Get Balance 2020 has a lot of secular coaching, and Divine Warrior Intuitive has a lot of spiritual coaching and other things too for your curiosity. So I hope that this was something that will help you. And if it did, or if you want to share it, please share it, because it's really important. Because like I said in the very beginning, 1 in 5, and it could be a lot less, and women, and 1 in 20 boys or men is being affected. And that is the statistics that are reported, not the ones that aren't reported. There's a lot more, because I was one of those who didn't report it, and neither did my parents. All right. So just love, pay attention to the little ones, the red flags, the changes in the behaviors, and love yourself and love others. Take care. Remember to walk in absolute truth and love.